I'm gonna try, gonna try, gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hello my lovely Frosty fan, it's me Karen Frost at Nail Decadent, and in this video we are doing acrylic coloured mixing stuff. I've already got a video like this on my channel, but I thought I'd do an updated version just for the sake of it. I was mixing some colours and then I thought, oh, I'll record some of these. So as you can see, I will take some clear, so about 4 spoons of clear, and then I'll take about 1/4 of a spoon of white, and I'll put that into my little mortar and pestle bowl, and I shall add tiny amounts of mica powder to that, whatever colour it is that I'm wanting to mix. In this case I was mixing different colours of, I wanted different shades of pink, so yeah. And if you can look on the kitchen roll, you see I've mixed some dark purples as well, but I did that before I started recording, obviously. So I mix tiny amounts of mica powder in, and I grind it up with the mortar and pestle to make sure there's no lumps of mica in there. And as you can see, because I've added quite a bit of mica, I've also added a little bit more clear. So I always start off with a smaller amount so that I know that it's not going to overflow the pot that I intend to put it in, and that I can always add more to it should I need to, but you know, you can't take away. So once I'm happy with the colour, then I pop it on a display tip. There we go. Yeah, put it on the display tip and let that set up, and then I will give it a name or a code. I number my colours, but yeah. And then I'll put that into a little pot ready, and then I will begin with the next colour. So again, 4 spoons of clear, 1/4 of a spoon of white. The white the white helps with opacity. Sometimes if you don't add the white, the colours can be sort of translucent. So if you just add that tiniest amount of white, it helps with the opacity. But you don't have to. Try it out for yourself, you know. Do what works for you. This is what works for me. I'm not saying this is what's going to work for everybody else, but this is how I do it. And people are often ask how I mix my colours, and this is how I do it. So yeah, just bear in mind that that's what it is. I tend to use the same brand of white and clear, just to make sure that there are no inconsistencies with the final product. Although all acrylic powders are all acrylic, every brand has their own recipe, as it were. So if you intermix them, there can be inconsistencies with the product. It can cause lifting, it can cause possibly breakdown of the product. It might not cause any problems at all. It could cause a product to set up faster or slower, whatever. So to avoid any of that possible, I mean, I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but to avoid any of those possibilities, I use one brand, and that's how I do it. Like I said, if that's not how you like to do it, that's perfectly up to you. But having read quite a bit about the chemistry of products, I know that each brand has a recipe, and although they're all acrylics, they have certain chemical makeups that make them slightly different with each brand. So that's why I tend to use just one brand. So I know that all the colours that I mix, they're all Nao, and I know that. So I know whenever I'm using a colour, I'm using Nao, and then I don't have to worry about anything else, you know. It just makes my life easier. I've been using Nao for years, so yeah, I always have Nao monomer on hand. So yeah, it makes my life easier. So yeah, I just continue whizzing around with my little mortar and pestle, and depending on what colour I'm making, see, this colour is going to be a lighter pink, so I've added a bit more white acrylic to it, and then I'll grind it up, I'll test it out on the kitchen roll, and then I'll either add a bit more white or a bit more mica to it, depending, till I get it to the colour that I like. And then once I've got it to the colour that I'm after, yeah, that's when I put it on a nail pot and put it in a container, and there you go. So this is how I do it. So I will let you watch in peace, because there is no need for me to explain anymore, really. Other than to say, if you want a more translucent colour, then obviously don't add the white, leave it without the white. But yeah, this is how I do it. It's pretty straightforward, huh? And the reason I use my mortar and pestle, like I said, is to make sure that I don't have any lumps of mica colour. Obviously there are some times when you get the odd bit if I've not mixed it enough, because my hands get tired, I will say that. You can use a sort of coffee grinder to do it as well, but I find with that the mica kind of puffs out and it just makes a whole heap of mess. But yeah, I find the mortar and pestle does the job, so that's what I use. It grinds it down nicely, gets the lumps out, and it mixes it, and yeah, it does what I need it to do. So it works for me. And this mortar and pestle I only use for acrylic. I do not use it for food at all. Once you've used it, you know, for nail products, yeah, I wouldn't suggest using it for edibles after that. Don't be grinding your herbs and salts in it anymore after this. Just buy one specifically for your acrylic colours if that's what you intend to use it for. Yeah, I'll let you watch in peace, and I'll say thank you for watching. Click that subscribe button, click the like button, all of that jazz, share, blah blah blah. Leave me a comment if you feel like it, and other than that, that's all I've got for you this time, peeps. So you take care now, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.
Not sure how to act around you, so colorful and bright, yeah. I wanna be a 9 to 5. You made me come alive, babe. I wanna be the time of your life. Come change my life just for a while. Let's go for a ride now. Outside the club, we come alive. Let's go for a ride, yeah. I wanna get to know you. I don't wanna leave so soon. You and me forever, or maybe just for tonight. Do you wanna get to know me? I will give it all to you. You and me forever, don't care about nothing else. Making it happen, yeah, cause you're a winner. I'm not gonna fall down, this ain't my final round. Hey, drinking Annie in the corner, I don't wanna be alone. Hey, sitting looking like a loser, but I don't wanna lose ya. Come change my life just for a while. Let's go for a ride now. Outside the club, we come alive. Let's go for a ride, yeah. I wanna get to know you. I don't wanna leave so soon. You and me forever, or maybe just for tonight. Do you wanna get to know me? I will give it all to you. You and me forever, don't care about nothing else. Come change my life for the better, yeah. Stay for a while or forever. Come change my life. Let's go for a ride. Outside the club, we come alive. Let's go for a ride, yeah. I wanna get to know you. I don't wanna leave so soon. You and me forever, or maybe just for tonight. Do you wanna get to know me? I will give it all to you. You and me forever, don't care about nothing else. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat, just wanna give you my best.